Hello, my name is Bill Hardiman. I'm the state senator from the 29th District, which includes Grand Rapids, Kentwood, Cascade, Lowell, Virginia, and Grattan Townships. Welcome to From Capital to Community. Typically in this program, we like to bring in guests to talk about issues that are very important to all of us. And I do want to talk about a very important issue, but in an unusual way. We're all dealing with the very difficult economic times Michigan is in. And we've been in those difficult circumstances for quite some time. We here in Lansing are very busy trying to right-size state government so that it fits the amount of money that we have, like you have to do in your own personal budgets. There's been a lot of talk about making cuts. And yes, we do have to cut the budget. But for the last few years, I've been talking about restructuring state government. And what I mean by that is, let's not just cut dollars from the budget, but let's actually analyze state government and change it so that we make it more efficient and effective. We may have to eliminate some services in one place and purchase them in another. This happened a few years ago when I sponsored a budget bill that would actually eliminate a juvenile justice program that cost over $500 a day per person, and we replaced it with something that was less than half the price. In this session, I'd like for you to see a hearing that we have. We had it in the Department of Human Services for their budget. We brought in 3 programs that were exemplary of the kind of thing that I'm talking about, innovation. The first one was the Family Service Alliance for Southeastern Michigan. These are 4 separate programs that could be competitors, but yet they joined forces to make their programs more efficient and effective. I'd also like to talk about Kent School Services Network, which works right here in our area. These are public and private programs that also join forces to provide better services in a more efficient and effective way. Then finally, I'd like to talk about an effort by an organization that receives no state dollars. It's a church. Now, there are many churches that are doing good things. There are many programs that are doing good things. I picked out these as examples. The church is Kentwood Community Church. You'll hear about some exciting things that they're doing in the community to make life better for several people. So thank you for joining me today. And I hope that you'll learn something new about how we can improve our state government, but it goes beyond our state government, how we can improve our society by working together, giving of our time and of ourselves to make life better for others, and doing it in a very intelligent and collaborative way. Thank you for joining us, and please enjoy the presentation. And let's start off with our first testimony. I've contended for some time that we need to change our human services system as well as state government, and we must reconstruct state government to be more efficient, effective, collaborative. And part of that includes our community partners to a greater extent in providing direct care services. I've asked a couple of groups to come today, one from the east side of the state, one from the west side of the state, to present their collaborations and their programs to us. Then I'll have some remarks, including another important effort that I believe needs to be a part of our human services effort if we're to prosper as a community and as a state and as a nation in the future. So first of all, I would like to call the Family Services Alliances for Southeast Michigan. And these are 4 CEOs of organizations. If you would come forward, Mr. Michael Earl, Owen Vintner, and Aurora Solis. I'm hoping I'm saying this right, and Ann Kalas. I may have murdered your names. Please forgive me. And thank you very much for coming, and we'd love to hear your testimony.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman and fellow senators, thank you for this opportunity to discuss the work of the Family Service Alliance for Southeastern Michigan. You have a packet. I would encourage you to flip to tab 1. We have a PowerPoint presentation, but due to some technical difficulty, I'm going to have to ask you to view what's in your packet, and I'll, since the comments are coordinated with the slides, I'll ask you to turn the page to reflect what I have in my comments here. Again, I'm Michael Earl, President and CEO of Oakland Family Services. My colleagues on the far right, Arnaldo Solis, the Executive Director of Family Service of Detroit and Wayne County. Sitting next to him, Owen Fentner, President and CEO of Macomb Family Services. And to my right, Ann Kalis, the CEO of Starfish Family Services, serving Inkster, Wayne County, and Western Wayne County. We believe that the work of our alliance will change forever the way family services are delivered in southeastern Michigan. If you would go to slide 2, the slide 2 shows some of the key dates in our journey as an alliance. The backstory is that the alliance is about 4 family service agencies with collectively more than 300 years of service to the community. We're joined together by a fundamental belief that the nonprofit sector must take a leadership role in creating solutions to the issues confronting our region. To that end, we are committed to think and act differently than we have in the past. The community service model that created each of our agencies is the same model that created more than 12,000 nonprofits in Southeast Michigan, many with overlapping missions and all competing with each other for limited resources. In our view, the Alliance represents a new direction for nonprofits, a change that will improve how people access service, the quality of service they are provided, and the efficiency of the service delivery. Our Alliance offers a model of how a shared vision can work better to improve the quality of life across the region. Slide 3, please. We believe that the structure of our alliance leverages the strength of our cumulative legacy. Each of us maintains our individual identity and brand that is deeply rooted in our individual communities. We retain the boards that are comprised of volunteer leadership from each of our respective communities. We retain the integrity of our independence while creating a whole that is greater than the sum of its individual parts. Slide 4. Owen, Arnaldo, and I began meeting 2 times a month for informal discussions in the May of 2005 regarding the changes in our environment, and the trends that we discussed were of great concern. The economic engine of Southeast Michigan was shifting. We could see that the for-profit sector was shrinking its capacity to align with the reduced demand for its products. The contraction in the for-profit sector would place greater pressure on the nonprofit arena, traditional funding sources such as corporations, foundations, the United Way, and individual donors. As we know, every lost job and foreclosed home disrupts the stability of a family. As a result, we knew that with these trends, we were going to see more and more families in need and more families seeking our help than ever before. Slide 5, please. We are also dealing with greater organizational complexity. For example, 15 years ago, the most sophisticated technology any of us had was our phone system. Today, we have network managers, software capability, websites, mobile technology, and an increasing competence in the new social media. 20 years ago, with our insurance business, we processed claims for less than 10 insurance companies. Today, we deal with more than 400 insurance companies, many of whom have their own unique claim form process. The accountability for stewardship of nonprofit dollars has never been higher. Nonprofits are under increased scrutiny for astute fiscal management. In short, each family service agency must excel in dozens of administrative and program disciplines. Slide 6, please. The conversation we began illuminated this issue. To the extent that we continued to work in silos, we were perpetuating a community service model of the past.